Hi there, my name is Korp and welcome to the 15-minute doodle challenge. I want to show you how easy it is to draw something within 15 minutes, and the challenge is for you to see if you can keep up or even do better. So these are the materials you're going to use, nice and easy. It's just a Sharpie and a fine liner. This is a 0.3, but essentially any thin pen and fat pen combination is all you're going to need for today's session. Right, let's go and start with a Sharpie. We'll set our timer. We're going to draw ourselves a dog. So let's start off with a nose. So just somewhere in the middle there, let's just put a little oval for a nose, but make it a healthy dog. So let's put a bubble writing exclamation mark in there and colour the rest in. And what that'll do is that'll just give us a bit of a wet looking nose. And already, if you want to draw quick, my suggestion is never do too much colouring in, because colouring in takes a long time and doesn't really move you along very far in your drawing. So let's try and keep that to a minimum. There we go. There's our colouring in. So this is the nose. We're going to put the snout of the dog on now. So we'll flick off either side. So little flick off that side, little flick off that side. What that does is it enables us to put some eyes in there. So for the eyes, all we're going to do is a little double bounce. One small bounce that side, a bigger bounce this side. So something like this. 1, 2, yeah, that's not too bad. Double line it, oops, double line it all, and let's go and put some pupils in. So pupil over this side, same reflections as what we've seen on the nose, the exclamation mark. Pupil over this side, slightly bigger reflections as well. Awesome. Right, above that, let's do a couple of floaters. These lines are called floaters. We're just going to do one this side, one this side. See how it starts quite close to the eyeball, moves away when it gets to the top, and then comes in closer again. So something like that. This is a double-ended flick off is what I call it. If you're struggling to flick off the end of the pen, just do some little dots and dashes like that. It's a nice little way of making something look like it's got a bit of a crease, but without having to flick the pen off perfectly. A couple of little flicks down the bottom there just to finish that off. Right, that's nice. There's our set of eyes. Let's go work in the mouth somewhere. So coming out the bottom of the nose, we're going to draw like a hook. Like that. Flick it off at the end. Double line it. Let's do the same kind of thing on the other side, or something similar anyway. Double line it, make it nice and wonky. Let's whack a tongue in this one as well, so just like that. Coming out of the bottom there, a little U shape. Flick a little line down the bottom there so it looks a little bit more like a tongue. Then we'll go and put in the rest of the mouth on this dog. So imagine like a sausage kind of shape coming behind there. So let's go for one bit coming out that side, one bit coming out that side. See that sausage shape? That sausage shape, once we double line it and throw some teeth in, that's going to become the rest of the mouth. A little bit unusual looking for a dog to have a mouth like this, but I kind of like it. Let's put some teeth in. Let's put some teeth in down the bottom as well. Just a bouncy line there. Teeth in on this side. And down the bottom as well. So let's go, start there, and again with the colour in him. Like I say, always a little bit of a mistake if you want to do some colouring in. Essentially, what you should be doing with these 15-minute doodle challenges is you're making your own colouring in sheets. So once you've done your drawing within 15 minutes, just take your time and go and throw some colour on. So these bits that I'm colouring in black, you could probably colour in a different colour. So like the back of the mouth would be great in a pink or a red. The nose would be great in a purple or a brown, something like that. How are we doing for time? We're 4 minutes in. We're going to come up to the more complicated part of this dog character, which is the ears, in a second, but let's go and put in, stretch that mouth around there, look, a little U shape that side. Do something similar over on that side. Nice and wonky, broken lines in there, that kind of stuff. That's looking pretty awesome. A triangle of spots in there. I generally don't draw the actual whiskers when I'm drawing whiskers, so I don't draw those little thin lines. I just draw 3 spots, which is a nice neat way of getting that in. Right, let's go and put in the ears. This is where it does get a little bit more complicated. So what we want to do is from the eyes, from the nose, the eyes, look at that, go up from that point, and then we're just going to put a little curve going across like that. That's going to become the forehead, the top of the forehead of our dog. Then what we'll do is we're going to draw the inner ears. So I'm only going for quite small inner ears because I've not left myself a huge amount of space at the top there. But what we'll do is just come away from that into about there, a little flick off that side. Do something similar, so follow that line, little flick off that side. At the bottom of those 2 little lines that you've flicked off, we're going to draw a little ruffled bit for the inner ear. So watch this, we'll do 1, 2 bounces. Same on the other side, look, 1, 2 bounces. And then the last little bit we do on the inner ear is we're going to take that line, we're going to point it towards the edge of the mouth here. Same with this side, we're going to point it towards the edge of the mouth here. So just a little flick that points then that direction. Okay. Nice. Go and double line that. Go and make it nice and wonky. Wonky lines, easier to draw, and I think look better as well. That doesn't look much at the moment, but trust me, they will become our inner ears. Okay, last little bit to do before we actually put the outer ears on. We're just going to bring this line, that line that we just ended there, we're going to bring it back a little bit further down and bring it into the edge of the mouth here. Now, what you want to try and do with this bit as well is do like a bit of a lazy zigzag. So, a little break, a little lazy zigzag, look. Something like that. See how we just kind of ruffled it up a little bit? Let's go and double line it. Flick that line in if you want to make it overlap a little bit. That's kind of nice. Let's try and do something similar on the other side. So, little lazy zigzag. See how I've done both sides different as well? I'm not too hot on this side, but yeah, try and do both sides different so it's not too symmetrical. There we go, and then bring that line, finish off that line. It's going to come out underneath just here as well. So again with the lazy zigzags, and go a little bit wider with it as well. Nice and thick with those lines as they go off the bottom of the page. Get away with that. There we go. It's looking good. Right, let's get back up top. We're going to throw in the ears on our dog, and then we can get the thinner pen out and start adding some little details. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start just here, not right on the end of the line, just bring it back a little bit. We're going to aim towards just above this line here. We're not going to hit it, just aim for just above. Once you get to that point just above, a little double bounce for a little bit of fluff on the top of the ear. So watch this then. So from here, aim for just above, a little double bounce like that. Okay. Then what we're going to do is come back on that little double bounce, and then we're just going to drop a line down. It's going to come to about the same, you see where the line ends just there, it's going to come to about the same point down as that. Maybe do it a little bit wavy as well. Something like that will be quite nice. And then we're going to join all of this together. So you're going to join that point with this point, maybe just below this point, but do it with a W. So watch this for a W, a capital W. See how it just gives that ear a little bit more shape in there. Okay, did you remember that? Let's go and try and do something similar on the other side. So we're jumping over, little double bounce, double line it as you go along, wavy line coming down, and then a capital W. Oh, I'm really wonky with that one. Capital W to finish it all off just there. Okay, this is looking good. How we're doing? We're doing great for time. So let's go over to our thin pen now. We'll start at the top and we'll work our way down with this. I'm going to throw in some little whiskers, or not whiskers, little ear hairs. So just throw a couple of little lines out there in the ear. Bring it down. Let's go and put in some little shading bits. Bottom of the eye there. And then some lines across just to shade it all out a little bit. Anywhere else you think there needs to be a little bit of a shadow, go and throw that shadow in. So I'm going to put one in just there. Only a little one underneath the mouth. I just want the mouth to pop out a little bit at the front there. And over this side. Definitely under the tongue, we're going to put one there. Whilst we're in the tongue, let's go and add in some taste buds. So don't think about it too much, just go and throw in some random taste buds. Some little upside down U shapes in there, that looks nice. Right, get into the teeth, let's go and add in some graining. Again, just go into every tooth, flick a few little lines around, some up, some down. Some are going to have loads of lines in. Some are not going to have any, some are just going to have a couple of lines in, so do whatever you want to do in there. Okay, we're looking good. Let's go and add in, so I'm going to add some more shadows in, look, just here. Anywhere you think there's going to be a little bit of a curve of skin or fur, go and add in those shadows. What else can we do? Let's go back to our fat pen. I'm going to throw in some V shapes, capital V's. See how those capital V's just look like fur. Try and keep it random. See how the angles are all curvy. See how there's small ones, big ones. Flick a few around there. That looks quite nice. Let's go around the outside edge of our character and flick some more hair around. So sticking with the fatter pen. Not everywhere. Just a few little scruffy bits here and there. What else can we do? What about down here at the bottom? Let's put a little medallion in. Give your dog a name. A couple of circles like that. Little lines. Use a thinner pen to put some little lines going around so it looks like a metal dog collar. Give your dog a name. Doggo. That's all I can think to call it. A couple of little hashtags in there. Okay, where else should we go? Let's go get inside the ears. I think we can probably do with a little bit of shading in the ears. So let's go put some little lines in there like that. See, I'm not really bothering to outline the shadow area. Just put some little lines in, see how it looks. Little quote marks everywhere. Again, don't think about it too much. Let's get on the outside. The outside looks a bit boring, so let's go and put some little spots on the outside. I like doing them in 2s and 3s, clump them together. Look, there's 2 there. Let's go and put some down here as well. Definitely needs a little fly. I love drawing little flies. Let's put a couple over here. With a big pen, hash out those wings. I think we are just about done on this. This is coming together really nicely. Let's go and put some spots around our dog. Anywhere you think there's like a little bit of a plain part of the dog and there's nothing much going on, go and throw some extra bits in. Just scan back every now and then, take a little look. Let's put a little fly on his head. There we go. That's it. That is our 15-minute KorpDog challenge. So let me know how you get on with yours. Post it online, use the hashtag doodlewithkorp so I can find it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Good luck with it, and I'll see you next week for another 15-minute doodle challenge.